Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing the Supreme Court case of Walmart Stores Inc. versus Betty Dukes by Katerina Pardo. Introduction. The plaintiffs in this case were Betty Dukes, Christine Kwapnowski, and Edith Arana. Betty Dukes began working as a cashier at Walmart in 1994. She was then promoted to customer service manager, and after a series of violations, Dukes was demoted back to cashier and then to greeter. Christine Kwapnowski worked at Sam's Clubs in Missouri and California for most of her adult life and even held a supervisory position. Edith Arana worked at Walmart in California from 1995 to 2001. She asked her manager several times for management training, but was denied multiple times. She later concluded on her own that she was denied training due to her gender. She was later fired for failure to comply with the timekeeping policy. The defendant in this case is Walmart Stores Inc. Background. The plaintiffs brought forward this class action lawsuit against Walmart on behalf of all the members of the class. The members of the class included all 1.5 million female Walmart employees who have experienced discrimination in wages due to their gender. The plaintiffs argued that Walmart did not promote the advancement or discriminated against their wages due to them being female. Walmart has a pay and promotion policy in place for employees. This policy states that the pay and promotion of their employees is left up to the local manager's discretion, and they have the power to increase hourly wages of employees within limits and with little oversight from corporate. Walmart promotes employee growth. The plaintiffs believe they were not given these opportunities to grow in their careers due to their gender, but the male employees were constantly being promoted. District Court. The claims were brought up against the local manager's discretion, not Walmart's corporate policy. Class certification governed by Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 23 must be proven by the plaintiffs by meeting all of the requirements. Some of these requirements include demonstrating a numerous class, there are to be no questions of commonality, and the claims of the plaintiffs need to be typical or defenses of the class. Respondents collectively moved the district court to certify the class. In this case, 3 forms of evidence were gathered by the respondents. These forms of evidence included statistical proof gathered from both men and women at Walmart based on pay and promotion, discriminatory reports gathered from 120 female Walmart employees, and a testimony given by sociologist Dr. William Beebly, who stated that the company was susceptible to gender discrimination. Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals agreed with the District Court that the plaintiffs satisfied Rule 23A3. They satisfied this rule because they were typical of the class as a whole and would serve the class as representatives. The Court of Appeals determined that the action was classifiable as a class action due to a previous ruling in the Ninth Circuit Court in the case of Hilao versus Estate of Marcos. This decision by the Court of Appeals would allow Walmart to present defenses in randomly selected cases to reveal that the employees who had unequal pay and promotion was due to a reason unrelated to gender discrimination. Commonality is a crucial question component in this case. Commonality requires that the plaintiffs demonstrate the class as a whole has suffered the same injury. The respondents also claimed they wanted back pay for the discrimination they had experienced. The Court of Appeals reversed the back pay judgment based on the premise that litigation would prevent incidental back pay to the entire class. Supreme Court. Justice Ginsburg agreed with the court that the case should not certify the class under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 23b-2. The plaintiff's claims for eligibility of punitive damages and back pay were addressed in this particular rule assessment. The final opinion was given by Justice Scalia in a 5-4 decision which led the Supreme Court to reverse the lower court order. Justice Scalia stated, "Without some glue holding together the alleged reasons for those decisions, it will be impossible to say that examination of all the class members' claims will produce a common answer to the crucial discrimination question." Case analysis. This case made headlines and was all over the news everywhere. Betty Dukes took a stand for all women who have experienced gender discrimination or prejudices she faced while working at Walmart. She brought women together nationwide in a rally to stand up and fight for gender discrimination. In 2012, her case introduced what is known as the Equal Employment Opportunity Restoration Act. This case changed the ways companies pay and promote their employees. They started focusing on different aspects, such as experience qualifications and job performance rather than gender. Conclusion. The common dispute brought forth by the plaintiffs was whether the discretionary pay and promotion was due to gender discrimination. The plaintiffs brought forward this case on behalf of all members of the class, including all female Walmart employees who experienced or suffered the same injuries. The plaintiffs were unable to prove that the claims from the class members would ultimately provide a common answer to the prominent question of discrimination of pay and promotion against all of these female employees. The case was crucial to put an end to discrimination and prejudices Walmart had against all of their female employees and any other company that was doing the same. Thank you.